Now to an Action News special report about sex offender registries. The question is, how effective are they really? Well, offenders are supposed to check in with police, but Action News has found that many are not. Erin O'Hearn has been examining how state and local authorities deal with enforcing a law that clearly has a lot of weaknesses.
Yeah, some scary stuff, Jim. States' Megan's laws are designed to provide the public access to names and addresses of convicted sex offenders. In Pennsylvania, offenders are required to report to authorities at least once a year, some as often as every 3 months. But after conducting our own search of the state's official Megan's Law website, we found more than 100 in this area who have not been keeping police and the public notified about their whereabouts. We went to the Sunday Breakfast Mission Center in Center City to look for Roger K. Smith. The website says he lives here, but he hasn't verified his address in more than a year.
The last record we have is about a year ago that he stayed with us.
Eric McCoy is listed on the website as living here. He doesn't. In fact, he hasn't verified his address since 2007. Sex offender William Hope is not living at the address listed under his name either. He hasn't checked in with police since 2006. Leslie Charles Lee, we did find him at the residence listed on the state's Megan's Law website. He didn't want to show his face, but he admits to Action News he has not verified his address in more than 3 years.
Those people that's out there raping and killing, like that freak over there in Ohio, no, I'm not like that. I'm tired of doing it. I don't feel as though I have to do it.
The law requires him to report. Irregardless of your personal feelings, you can personally believe that the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit is not sufficient for you. You're still required to obey that speed limit.
But in the last 3 years, no one has forced him to obey the law. He is not the only offender managing to stay under the radar. Again, we gave state police that list of more than 100 sex offenders who haven't verified their location. It's the job of the state police to notify local police when an offender fails to check in. Philadelphia police say they have arrest warrants out for 48 non-compliant offenders and are investigating dozens more.
Some of those investigations find that, in fact, due to perhaps administrative errors or things like that, they were in fact in compliance.
Captain John Darby added that there is also a percentage of non-compliant offenders that are incarcerated. But what about the offenders who have not checked in with police for 3 or 4 years? How do they simply fall through the cracks and avoid arrest? State police cite lack of manpower and communication challenges between the state and local police departments. Montgomery County District Attorney Risa Vetri Ferman says Governor Ed Rendell and the state legislature need to do more.
If the people who have the budgetary power do not provide sufficient resources for law enforcement to do all the things they have to do, then something winds up falling through the cracks.
We asked Ferman about 3 sex offenders in Norristown who had not verified their addresses in years.
Without the information that we had received yesterday from Action News, we would not have known that.
For the last year, detectives in Montgomery County DA's office have been helping law enforcement search for non-compliant sex offenders. They began looking for these 3 men.
We have warrants out for 2 of them, and one was actually found early this morning, and he's in custody.
The Philadelphia Police Department also thanked Action News for bringing these cases to its attention. Captain Darby told me the community has to play an active role as well because police can't do it alone. About 500 changes or updates to the list are processed by state police every week. Now, we should mention that Philadelphia PD and the state police had a meeting just last month to work on improving communication and information sharing so some of these offenders simply do not fall through the cracks.
All right, Erin, thank you.